Well, hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Quest.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of Backcountry Couples, episode 12.
12. Come on.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
It is pretty awesome, actually.
Totally awesome.
Not in a row because, we've missed a few weeks here and there.
Well,
but,
some people do take vacations.
We do. We go on holiday, as us Canadians always say.
Well, we're in America, so it's called a vacation.
Stop it.
Get it over. Get
right on. So happy Thursday.
Anyways, I'm Johnny.
And I'm calling.
Did you forget your name?
I did for a minute. I was like, what are we doing?
Too funny.
I know. And we're KillQuest.
Yes, we are.
We are.
The one and only in the flesh.
We are in the flesh. More a little like chilly though. I got my sweatshirt on today. It was like 45.
It's fall out. So
I know. I can winter camp, but
totally
it's chilly.
fine.
And I want my warm and fuzzies on and stuff like that. So we love to paddle,
trek, camp, and
overland, which has been so much fun this summer.
Oh, totally.
We've had a great time.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Mickwick,
yes,
which is over
somewhere.
This guy.
I never know how to do that.
It's
right
above
up
your
there.
Head.
I know.
Right above this.
There we go.
So, anyways, Mickwick, great company. They make an awesome fire starting product, all natural. Lasts 20 minutes, not that little tubular-looking paper thing that lasts 5 minutes. That's it's ultralight, but yeah, you know what? That's a chemical.
Right.
It's terrible.
And I'm just a couple things about Mickwick. So, no, yeah,
not yet. This weekend.
No.
Stay tuned. There will be a post for a big fall sale.
Well, that is true. That's not what I was going to talk about, but we are going to share that.
Someone better get on the right page.
I know. I got like lots of Mickwick going on here. Just a quick note: we were away on a couple trips this past 2 weeks, actually, and one we were able to share our Mickwick with a communal fire up on Isle Royal. So that was really exciting to do that. So we'll kind of, share that out with posts and stuff. And then we're at an event called Chores, which is a Keweenaw overlanding adventure retreat. And
very good.
Yes, I know, right? And each of the attendees in their little grab bag got a Mickwick, and you should hear people talking about it. So it's pretty exciting. And in fact, one of the vendors didn't get a Mickwick in their thing. And so we shared ours, and
we saved his dinner.
We did, because they were cooking over the fire that night, and they were like thrilled. So the next day, we saw them, and John had asked, how to make out, and the wife was just like, amazing. So
and the little kid had his hot dogs.
He did.
That was a winner.
He did.
Anyways,
so that was Mickwick.
If you want to get Mickwicks, make sure you go to their website.
They do their website.
Use can't even talk. Use the code KeelQuest for 15% off.
See, we're like stumbling tonight.
Well, it's been a few weeks.
It has been a few weeks, not lying.
Anyways.
Yeah, use code KeelQuest, 15% off. Very exciting.
That's
I know,
all,
right?
Folks.
And if you want to connect with us, we have Instagram. And that's kind of how we announce a lot of our show. We announce kind of, our videos kind of coming up that we make for trips and stuff like that.
Yep.
Just kind of everyday things and supporting of the community. So we've got at KeelQuest, the Subaru build, right? So
that's Jack Forrester. As you can see there, spelled just like that.
Yeah. So there's kind of lots kind of coming on for that too.
Right.
Watch the relines.
Yes. So So the last episode, we'll just say not last week.
Right. That's right.
Was Wanderlost Overland. Awesome couple. We
much fun to interview them.
Taped and so that was like our first taping version.
But
turned out great, even though there was technical difficulty with that. But you'll watch the video and you'll see why and understand why. Anyways.
Yeah. No, it was fun to do an on-site. No, an on location. It was. Kind of interview.
It was on
site too. And it was, yeah, exactly. But it was lots of fun. So if you like what you see, like what you hear, right? With what's going on here.
Hit that little subscribe button, click that little dingy bell, and
consider subscribing. We got lots of stuff going on.
No, don't consider, just do it.
Just do it.
Hit that.
And give us a little thumbs up, which is really nice, and share it out. I mean, it's just kind of fun with this outdoor community, right? So if you can share it out, and the more people, the merrier, I think is kind of exciting.
Yep.
And
now let's
we have I'm excited.
Yes.
Okay. We're bringing Canada back.
Oh, 1 second.
terrible.
That will be. Well, I'm not. Never mind. Anyways,
that was not rude. That was just more like. Apparently, I have something on my lip.
There's studio stuff going on here.
Anyways, we're all good. So, are you ready for this?
Yes.
So we're bringing Canada back.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah. And if anybody saw our couple of Instagram posts, you can't go any further than this, pretty much. Well, a couple you can actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There is.
Yeah, there's a little bit further than that. But anyway, so you ready? Waterborne, conveyed by, traveling on, or involving travel on water. This Canadian couple loves kayaking, canoeing, fishing, and the great outdoors on the east coast of Canada.
Love fishing.
They had a really nice quote on one of their little posts that I absolutely loved. It said, efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. So let's welcome from New Brunswick, Cory and Jess, Waterborne Camper.
Hey, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, there we go. There's like a thing there.
I was like, wait a minute. Are we good?
Your video's a little on the slow side, but
I think we're frozen. Am I frozen or are you guys frozen?
No, they're a little frozen. It could be the weather too. I mean, the weather's like super crazy weird over here. So
here we go. I think we got it.
Yeah. Hands down, you're gonna poke somebody's eye out.
There we go. Awesome. Welcome, you two. Uh-oh.
Hey, everybody.
There we go. Hey, yeah, there's a few people in the house. Kind of cool. Awesome. So thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. There's a bit of a lag here, but I feel like we got it, though.
There is, yeah.
Okay, no problem. It happens. Crazy. So, yeah. So backcountry couples, right? We love to do all the same stuff, which is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
How did you two meet? And was it outdoor related?
Well, how about starting off with this? Tell us about Waterborne Camper. How'd you come up with the name? How did it develop? How'd you all start?
The name, I don't know. I was just laying in bed trying to think of a name that would stand out, I guess. That's how it came to me. There's no big story behind it or anything.
There was a story because I liked the definition of it. Like you have it on all of your like social media stuff on what it is, and I love that. I was like, that kind of makes sense. I never heard of that word before, honestly. And I'm a bit of a wordsmith, but I've never heard of that word before.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of waterborne diseases, but that's the only time I really hear it used.
That's true too.
Yeah.
There you go. So how did you guys get together?
That's I don't know, how far back do we go?
Oh geez.
When we met the second time.
Okay. I will say fresh on me apparently for a long time. I didn't even know she existed. I know. Apparently we kissed at a party one time. It was very memorable for her, but I don't remember it. I know, it sounds terrible, but...
And it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Like, it was like 10
okay.
years before we started dating, yeah.
Cool.
But flash forward like 10 years, and we had a mutual friend on Facebook, and that's how we got talking, and then just started hanging out and spending more time together, and just realized we had a lot in common, really liked each other. So
But
that's
we were only
awesome.
together for a couple of months, like dating for a couple of months, and Cory and his friends would always go down the St. Croix River together, and he asked if I wanted to go.
Oh yeah.
And I'd never been in a kayak before. It was this big annual thing, and I said, yeah, I'd love to go. What do I need? He said, just bring some clothes. I'll take care of the food, and I'll take you out on the lake once.
Okay.
It was a very interesting experience. It was great, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So were you hooked the first day then, as far as like being outside like that and doing something like outdoorsy?
Oh yeah, like I spent a lot of time outdoors, like growing up, like being in the country, and my mom would tape
Okay.
and stuff. So
Right.
I
Did you guys
enjoyed
camp
being
as kids?
outside, and even though
You did
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
I was in Cubs, so we did some camping, but
Right.
I never camped with like my family. It was mostly just in like Cub Scouts and
Gotcha.
beavers and all that.
Yeah, beavers. I don't. We
Mom
don't
would
have
take
those
us to
here.
campgrounds,
No.
and
No, we have we don't
The
have
Cub
beavers.
Scouts?
We
Yeah,
have
that's like
we
not
have
a thing anymore.
Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and the Weeblos, and then you go to no, it goes Cub Scouts, Bear Scouts, Weeblos, then you go to Boy Scouts.
What the heck is a Weeblo?
It's between a Bear Scout and a Boy Scout.
Yeah, we don't have those.
We have one of those? We don't have a Weeblo.
We have Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, and then Boy Scouts, right?
Right. That's what I thought. Beavers,
Yeah,
Cubs, and boys.
maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No,
You
it's
were
not.
never- you were never
It's nuts
a
over
girl.
here. I'm just
No.
saying.
Hey, you're the one that came over, so
I did come over here for sure. Absolutely. That's awesome. So I want to say one thing. I forgot.
I will tell a funny story, I guess, though, while we're talking about when we first got together. Oh, the stuff Jess sent you, yeah.
Nope. Wait. Okay.
On
No.
our first
Story time.
date, okay, on our first date, I will bring this up. We went out for dinner. I had gotten a concussion not long before that, so I showed up. I didn't know that they were gonna like shave parts of my head and put those little electrode things on my head.
Oh yeah.
So I show up with like these bald spots in my head, thinking this girl's never gonna want to talk to me again. And then it's off when we went to finish up our meal, my debit card wouldn't work, so I had to get her to pay. And years later, she's still with me. So
he felt pretty bad, and I told him he could make it up by taking his price.
That's crazy. But why wouldn't you, right? I'm sure it was good conversation, and I'm sure it was nonstop fun and laughter, right? The entire time. Absolutely. Okay, so we got a really nice package.
yes, we
Okay,
did.
so I don't even know where to start. Let's start with these things. So, Jess, you're so talented.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much
Pot koozies,
for our microwave, for like our little bowls and stuff. Like super, super awesome.
and they're sewn.
Can you
They
see
look
them?
like oh
Oh,
no,
they're green.
sorry.
So the green
Green
screen
screen
is
ain't
not
gonna
gonna work.
So anyways, we'll just tell you they have constellations
They do.
on the
They're
pattern,
awesome.
which is cool.
They're so awesome. And then we have these like little coffee cup sleeves, right? Little koozies, all handmade, and they're absolutely beautiful.
Well, they also fit
Well,
on
they
your beer
don't
too.
really fit on our skinny beer. And then Jess also made 3 of these. I'm only showing 2 because one's in the kitchen. Thank you so much. I
Can you
know.
see
You're
it?
welcome.
Oh, you can't
I
see it.
know. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
super
that's
good.
blue. That you can
That's
see
maize
that.
and blue.
Maize and blue. Go blue.
There you go. That's awesome. So thank you. So
Thank you so
fun.
much.
I love it.
You're
Absolutely
welcome.
love it. Yeah. Nice.
Jess
surprise.
is super crafty. If anybody watches my videos, they'll probably notice that I wear a knit hat a lot of the time. She's made
Yeah.
all those
Mhm.
hats too.
You made that, Jess?
Not this hat, but all the knit
Yeah.
hats that I wear, like in any videos, if anybody notices, that they're always made by Jess.
Awesome. Pure talent. I absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you. It's
So,
a good
so
way to
do
keep
you-
from snacking.
what was that?
So it's a good way to keep from snacking.
Oh my, well, that's true too. Do you do any craft shows or anything?
Pardon?
Do you do any craft shows or anything like that? Like, do you?
I did one a few years ago.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
had
you
like a
would
bunch
also-
of Christmas ornaments and
Yeah.
different types of things. I think I made
Yeah.
a pine cones and
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So you guys are waterborne, kayaking, canoeing, right? Like fishing, all that crazy stuff.
What do you have a preference on what you like doing more over the other? You know, between kayaking, canoeing.
Pretty much anytime we're near the water, we're happy. So kayaking, canoeing, lakes, rivers, doesn't really matter.
Okay, cool.
But I feel like when I'm watching you kayak, like first of all, we have kayaks. I would never dream of portaging my kayak. Like you're like putting your shoulder and you're like, walking down the portage trail. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like it was nothing.
There are lighter kayaks.
I don't know. I feel like theirs isn't very super light either, though.
Yours
But
yours is
Old Town Dirigo 10.6. It's like 33 pounds.
Well, I guess that's not terrible.
Yours is 44.
Mine's 45. Okay, so that's not terrible.
Hers is a sit on top, so that's why it weighs more.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, no, it's not. So, do you love soloing, like when you're going out, or is it like how am I going to say this? So like when you're going out to find a destination of where you want to go camping and stuff like that, are you like, do you do like a little bit of like a recon kind of stuff first at all to kind of check it out a little bit and say, hey, that'd be a good spot to like disperse camp ahead of time?
Yeah, I try to check things out ahead of time now because another funny story when Jess and I first get together, I really don't know why you're still with us.
I love it.
I love you.
One of the first times I took her out kayaking was on the stream that I thought I had an idea where it came out, but it didn't actually come out where I thought it came out. It ended up coming out on a set of waterfalls. And what turned into a nice afternoon paddle ended with Jess hanging onto a branch in the river while I went to call 911.
Shut up.
So yeah.
And lo and behold, there was actually a trail not too far away.
If I had known that trail was there, I could have got to her, but she was on the opposite side of the river from where I was. And I was like, I don't think I can paddle across that current at the top of those falls to come get you. But she was scared. She was just holding on to that branch.
Yeah.
So,
holy
yeah.
moly. Okay, so
after that, I scoped things out a little better. Yeah.
I feel like that's probably a good idea. But so 911, you called 911, and then did emergency come?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, the fire department came and they waded out into the water, forming like a human chain to grab a hold of her.
Oh
and get her
my gosh! Did you make the news?
No. My uncle works for the fire department though, so it was especially embarrassing to show up.
And you had to run to my office.
Oh yeah.
So I was working nearby, and you had to run to the office.
Yeah, I had to. The closest phone, because I didn't have my cell phone number, was at her office. So I got out of my kayak and ran just as fast as I could to her office, where I bust through the door, and I'm like, gotta call 911, Jess. It's stuck on the river, and they're looking at me like, what?
Holy moly! I'm kind of scared now. That's nuts. That's crazy. So do you have safety precautions now that you use?
Yeah.
Or more?
They're done.
I don't know.
I didn't have, I should have had a throw bag on me, but I didn't.
Okay.
I could have got her with a throw bag, but
right.
I thought we were just going for a simple little paddle on a stream. I didn't think we would need it, but live and learn.
Right.
It makes for a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Holy moly. Yeah, you'll be telling that one forever, easily, for sure.
So when you're all on the river and whether you're doing overnight and stuff like that, what's your favorite camp meal while you're out there?
That's a hard question. We generally eat pretty good when we're out camping. So
You guys you're kind of foodies, actually.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, we have some snacks. So we have a reflector oven, and I started making up gluten-free cookies and freezing the dough. So we take those and then either put them in the reflector oven or fry them in a little mini frying pan.
I know that made the list. Reflector oven's on the list here because I was like, that's pretty fancy pants stuff, you know? I like that.
That's probably one of my favorite pieces of gear is that reflector oven.
Holy moly.
Oh, that answers the next question.
What and it's like obviously it's fold down. I looked in your little things to see like what kind it was. So what kind was it?
The brand name's Reflecto.
What's it called?
Say that again.
Reflecto, just REFLECTO.
I'm writing it down because I was like, that's cool.
Two sizes. I got the small one. Everett, who you may have seen in some of my videos, he wanted to get one, so he got me to order the larger one, thinking it would be like a little bit larger. Yeah. It's way bigger.
It's like a family size.
Oh yeah, it's like almost too big. Like you need to have like a huge bonfire to cook anything in it.
That's
you
awesome.
probably have like a 12-inch pizza in there or something.
12 baked potatoes or something or whatever. Yeah. Oh my God. That's funny stuff. And then food wise, because I feel like we kind of skipped over on the food.
There's no skipping.
You are like, you dehydrate stuff like crazy. You guys are good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, in terms of favorite meals, we might have to split it between like fresh meals and dehydrated meals in terms of, because I think I have favorites for both.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know that we, like, you take fresh out the first day, right? Like, that's your thing too?
Yeah, we generally have the first day and the second day for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
And then the second day supper, we move into the dehydrated stuff.
Right, for sure. Which is nice. I mean, I like that too. We do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Although this past trip, we did 100% dehydrated meals, which was fine, but I kind of missed that little bit of fresh element though too. Definitely. But I still like it.
I mean, yeah, it depends on what you're doing. Oh, it depends on what you're doing, obviously. Like, there's been trips where we've done dehydrated all the time, but if you have the room, it's the nice luxury to have some fresh food the first day or so.
Agreed.
Right. Like, if you're in a canoe, you could pack a big cooler or not a big cooler, but a small enough cooler to have fresh, more so than you would if you were backpacking, like, and such.
And not portaging or anything. Like, so would you guys, do you think you do more lake or more like river travel?
We used to do pretty much exclusively, but we've got more into lake in the last few years.
Okay, so is it a lot of lake portageable?
Is it portageable?
Like all the lakes and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, there's quite a distance between most of them around here, so there's not a lot of them that you can portage between.
Gotcha. Yeah. So like,
but Jess is new, so she still has a little bit of fear out in the waves and the wind and stuff. So she's working on it. So she's getting better.
Have you guys taken lessons?
Yeah, the weather can change so fast.
Oh yeah, I don't like big water either, not at all. And I feel pretty confident.
I love big water.
He does. I'm a confident swimmer too, so I feel pretty good that way. We always wear our life jackets, which I see you guys always wear your life jackets and stuff too. Did you guys take lessons or anything? Like you guys do a lot of white water stuff, it seems like to me, and I'm just like, I white knuckle just when I'm watching their videos. Like, seriously.
We're both certified for intermediate and beginners whitewater from Paddle Canada.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then Jess takes a whitewater course every spring.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
True story. Yeah.
So, but
I thought it really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, she takes an all female whitewater course every spring. So it's a good opportunity for her to get out and feel comfortable in the water again.
Right. And is it like on a lake that's or rivers that's close to you guys?
Yeah, so the course is only like about a 45-minute drive away. So we do the first part on a lake, like at a local beach area, and we practice like not rolling, but actually getting wet and like getting out of our kayak, because if you can't do that, the instructor doesn't feel safe with actually taking us out on the river to do anything.
Okay.
And then we go to the river and we practice some skills and strokes and getting comfortable with some moving water. And then the next day is a river run with some rapids that we get out and we scout, and then we do some like bag throwing as well, so that we can get used to swimming and throwing bags.
Very cool. That's pretty awesome to have a nice refresher at the beginning of every season. That's what I'm
thinking too. I feel like that refresher is a good idea. I know we've talked about like doing a bit of a whitewater lesson, or at least a introduction to it or something, but having that and then a refresher every year, I like that. So is it a certification though, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we do have certificates from Paddle Canada, I don't think I get them anymore because I've taken the course so many times. It's just the same certificate.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I enjoy doing it, and I learn something new. And the instructor, he knows I've been going back, and like once everyone else is getting comfortable, he'll sometimes just show me something else or just work on another skill with me, just so I'm getting a little bit more out of it.
He pretty much put you to work on the last course.
Oh yeah, getting me to help with like fitting helmets and making sure that people's foot pegs were right and that they were sitting properly. But
no discount.
That's right. What?
Come on. Well, hey, there should be that.
I feel like there has to be that. Absolutely. One more
But
quick
it's also
question.
a good chance for you to meet some other women, like with similar interests and stuff. So, yeah.
Which is really cool. So, but you just said kayak. Is it only for kayak, or do you take the canoe too?
so I haven't been in a canoe since I was little. So
Okay.
I just kayak.
And I haven't been in a canoe with another person since I was little. So,
Because you strictly solo.
yes.
That's nuts.
No, it's not.
That is.
No,
It's
it's
nuts.
not.
It's nuts to me. I don't know why that is, but you're so
You're
confident.
Canadian. That's why.
That means they're crazy.
They're not. They are not crazy. They're crazy.
Sometimes they're crazy.
That's when we started. We're so low.
Yeah.
No, I think that's just absolutely wild. But on your kayak, I don't know if you do that at all, Jess, but Cory, I saw you have like a the skirt thing, right?
The spray
your
skirt,
kayak.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you had a spray skirt, sorry. And then I saw that you had your paddle, like your double blade, was like tethered or something. What? I've never seen that
a
before.
leash.
Kayak
Oh, leash.
leash.
Oh,
We bought those after I lost my paddle on one trip. So
Okay.
it was spring. It was like the first trip out. I was out by myself, and the water was high and it was cold, and I flipped and I lost my paddle, and it took off downstream. And so I was in the kayak, like going like this in the cold water, trying to catch up to that paddle as fast as I could. And I was like, as soon as I get home, I am getting paddle leash.
Okay.
Yeah, it only takes once.
Oh my! Well, there you go. That was my answer because I was like, no
That was
way. I was
like
like, what
The
is
best
that?
$10 I ever spent.
Yeah, I think it's a game changer. Like, I flipped on the kayak all the time, and if you have to get in or out or something, you just want to have a stack. You don't have to try to hold on to the paddle. It's just going to be right there.
It's good for fishing too. You don't have to worry about dropping your paddle. Or...
Right.
Mhm.
So then on the other note, do you take a spare paddle with you? Like even if you're canoeing or anything like that?
When I'm canoeing, I always do. You're technically supposed to.
Right,
Here in Canada, but a lot of times with the kayak, I don't. I figure the chances of both blades breaking are pretty slim, and I can still canoe paddle it
Sure.
if I have to.
Right,
with half the
yeah.
paddles.
Right.
Right. That's true too. That's funny. Oh my God. Do you, in the canoe, do you double blade or do you just single?
I do bring my kayak paddle for like the dead water spots. It's a heck of a lot easier to get going with that kayak paddle and keep a good pace up.
For sure.
What's your choice of paddle for single blade?
Just I don't know. I haven't really spent any money on a paddle yet. That is on my list, but
Is
right
it?
now I'm just going through the Canadian Tire paddles till they break, and then I go get another one.
Perfect.
That
They work
worked.
just fine too.
Right.
That's funny. So we have who are they called again? Hunter and Harris paddles. Are you familiar with Hunter and Harris paddles?
Excuse me. No, I haven't seen those ones.
Okay, they're out of Ontario and they're all like handcrafted and we just love them. So we always like everyone to have like just check them out. You'll love them too. So
Oh, well, yeah.
you should. Fishing. First of all, I have to tell you, Jess, the last fish you caught, I think,
What, the little one?
well, I think that yours was smaller. I feel like Johnny's was smaller than yours.
Yeah, I mean,
He's like, she beat me. I think
my catch was bait.
it was like minnow-ish, like it was bad.
It was a baby bluegill.
It was a baby bluegill, but it was
It
so
was
small.
It was barely bigger than a quarter.
But yours was like so much bigger, Jess. It was nice.
Thank you.
Fight, yeah.
That is all night.
Oh my gosh, that is so much fun. So clearly you guys both like fishing.
Yep. Jess is actually just getting back into fishing like the last
Okay.
2 years. So she used to fish a lot as a kid, he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
With my grandparents.
It was just this summer, actually. She just finally bought herself another rod. So
Nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
What style of fishing do you prefer doing? Fly or cast?
Cast. My buddy Everett, though, does a lot of fly fishing, and
Okay.
I do want to get him to teach me at some point. But
Fly fishing sounds like it does sound pretty cool.
It's a rabbit hole. I'm just saying.
What do you mean
it's
by
pretty
that?
cool. Even I'll just sit on
You
shore with
gotta
my
have-
boat and just
You got different rods, different reels, different tippets, different line, leaders.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That sounds expensive.
it can be.
Yeah.
I've already
Everett's got a rod and reel that cost him like $600.
Whoa.
I think he said. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've looked into it. I was like, no, I can't bring myself paying that kind of money.
Right. When you guys go
No.
hiking or anything, do you guys take like we have the
Telescoping.
poles? Do you guys have those?
Like hiking poles?
Yeah.
No.
No, like
fishing.
fishing.
Yeah. Those are really good for kayak fishing, actually.
Are they? We haven't taken ours out kayaking, but that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's nice. You can just stick it under your deck bungees or behind your seat or something.
Right.
Pretty
Right.
convenient.
What does Doc say? You don't need.
Oh, here, I'll post it.
Let's
Up.
see this. That was good. Look what Doc has. Hi, Doc, by the way. Don't need to overcomplicate it. You can keep it simple and good for $11 or less and to catch fish. I like
For
that.
fly fishing? Yeah.
For fly fishing, Doc. Yeah, he says love fly fishing right there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, we've
Oh, it's
been
definitely cool.
yeah.
Like
it looks,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was
No,
gonna say-
no, you go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like I said earlier, like I can just sit there for hours and watch Everett just stand in the river and cast and watching that line whip back and forth. It's like it's hypnotic almost. Like
Right.
Oh yeah, it's just like watching a fire, it's when you're sitting around a fire watching the fire move. But yeah, I mean, it's like I would be feared of like whipping that thing around and be like snack right in the back of my neck or something.
Well, and that's the other thing too. So when we go fishing, John actually what'd you do? Debarbed. He debarbed all the hooks. Because I don't want an accident like that, It sounds terrible. It looks horrible. So, no, thank you.
We watched a few videos of people.
Ugh.
And it's like, it's like, yeah, it's way easier. It said if you get hooked, you just pull it right back out and not have to worry about it.
it's easier to get them out of the fish too. So
It makes it more challenging to fish. I'll tell you that because you have to keep super.
No, Mike, I catch fish this big.
It was 15. It was 15 inches. It was no trophy bass, so relax.
It's not a trophy yet, but I'm gonna stuff a fish one day. I swear I am. I'm gonna get the whatever it's called, master angler something. That's on my goal.
That would be when we go bluegill fishing.
I got it. I totally got it. Do you guys ice fish?
I wanted to try it, but we haven't gotten into it. No.
I feel like that's easy to do. We see everybody like on our little local lake, and they have the
Well, we're fit. All right,
the
we'll be
little
ice
huts
fishing.
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I want to do it. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
There's
Yeah,
a
we'll see
lake
it.
like
Up.
15 minutes from
Okay.
here where you can actually like rent like stacks and stuff.
Hmm.
So we've thought about doing it.
You have to do that. That'd be a good video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally should do that.
Oh yeah, there's a park right behind us where you can ice fish too, I suppose. But
We've been up there walking across, like when it's frozen over, and you have to be careful because people will just go up and cut.
oh yeah,
holes
there's just holes all over the lake. Yeah.
place.
That's nuts. We totally have to be careful. We got here is Ashley and Matt. They love ice fishing. So that's cool. Love it. Dan loves ice fishing. These are fellow Michiganders. Awesome.
Like, I've been out with people ice fishing, and it definitely seems like a fun time.
I think it is too. I always feel like you need that patience. Everything. Well, fishing is patience, though. Really, right? I feel like it is. But you just got a thing in the mail not too long ago, and it's what they call magnet fishing.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about that.
We just started watching the magnet fishing videos on YouTube, and it seemed like a fun and pretty inexpensive hobby, and we're always out by the water anyway, so figured why not. We've gone out a couple times magnet fishing now, but I guess it's good and bad that the waterways around here are really clean, so we're not pulling anything out. But
I was going to ask, what have you been catching?
we haven't got anything actually. We've clicked on a few things like that were too heavy for the magnet to pull up.
Okay.
That it was definitely sticking to something in there, but I haven't actually gotten anything other than just some little rusty pieces of metal and nicks and stuff.
So is it kind of like leave no trace for fishing?
No, it's basically just cleaning. Some videos down in the States where people will go and throw off a bridge and they're pulling in like weed whackers and lawnmowers and car bumpers and all kinds of people throwing.
I haven't not seen that.
Guns. I've seen a lot of guns get pulled out of the riverways. Probably most of which were used to commit crimes. So.
Oh, I would imagine.
Oh, they were like ditched or something, right?
Yep, it was a one and done kind of thing.
But yeah, we haven't found anything that exciting around here. So.
But you just said some of the stuff you found was too heavy. So what weight can the magnet pull up?
I think the one I got has like 1,100 pounds of pull. So it's,
I feel like
whatever was down there was pretty big. Yeah.
It was like a car down there or something.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Something.
I feel
my guess is like an old oil barrel, probably. Like an oil barrel from somebody's house, probably.
Okay, that's interesting. Wow, that's cool. So, is anybody else in your area doing magnet fishing?
Not that I've seen.
I feel like you need to start something. I feel like this is like I said, like a little water cleanup kind of. I like this. I like this a lot. You need to start something.
That's what when I saw the videos, I was like, that's a really cool idea that people are just going out on their free time and cleaning up their waterways. So.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know, how people go in the sand, right? With the thingy, the metal detector, right? So it's kind of like that, but for the water, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
So
I've just started seeing videos in the last little while, probably the last year, of people magnet fishing. So.
Right.
So when you guys go out on your adventures and stuff like that, what do you look for? What do you look to get out of it when you're out and about?
Question.
So a lot of people that we've watched on YouTube and people you've had on here, and you guys too, I've seen guys like to get up pretty early and get out and go and get the most out of the day. We're kind of relaxed campers, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll spend we'll spend 4 or 5 exciting hours on the water, but we like to have our time at camp. So we're kind of all about those like moments in between, listening to the birds, watching the sunset and the sunrise. Like we really want to immerse ourselves in nature as much as we can when we're out. Get every bit of peace and quiet we can while we're out there. So
right. And I think so, like when we make an itinerary when we're going on a trip or whatever, like I'm not that we're like totally structured, we don't stick to it all the time, but I am kind of like, you know, tonight tonight's the next night or whatever. But do you ever go, holy shit, this is like an awesome campsite, we're staying here twice, like this is so good.
Totally.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
the last couple of years, there's a couple of campsites on the St. Croix that we like to do that are, I would say, our favorites. But as there's more people getting out and using those sites, they're not necessarily our favorite, or there's usually people there. Right. So we kind of switched up how we go about our trips this summer. So instead of saying like, oh, we want to get to this site and this site, it's more like, well, what sites haven't we been to? And let's try to see as many new sites as possible and just do something a little different.
Yeah, because I know you guys have run into the same problem, that it's nice over the last 2 years that a lot of more people seem to be getting outside, but some of them, they're leaving some mess behind, and
They're
Some
not
of
the
the stuff
same mindset.
Fire pits is unreal.
It is. It is crazy.
Yeah. Started taking gloves with us to clean out fire pits because it's just
Yeah.
Right?
messy.
One
It
of
is
the
so
last trips out, when Jess was cleaning out the fire pit before we started a fire, one of the things she pulled out, pretty sure crack pipe.
It was a what?
So I'm pretty sure it was a crack pipe that was the fire pit. So,
Oh my God. I'm not shocked, actually. Come on.
yeah.
Wow.
Holy
Yeah.
moly. But it is true. I mean, you never know what you find. We just did a cleanup, like an organized thing up in our overlanding event thing this past week.
We were up in the Keweenaw Peninsula, and we were working with a group called Cork. It's the Keweenaw
I forget what their acronym stands for. Recreation
Outdoor
areas or something. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. So we went and we were assigned an area. So we went to do this area, and same thing. So we went and found the fire pits, and we were like cleaning them out, and it was like just nuts, like soup cans and lids to everything. And
I mean, the stuff that you would find in a fire pit, aluminum foil, like she said,
Oh my
soup
God.
cans, pop cans. But one of our members, New Holland Overland, which is the shirt I'm wearing right now. So I don't know how the heck she stumbled across it, but it was like an old dump next to one of the fire pit ring areas, and must have been like one can here, and then you found a can, and then kept going and going. Anyways, next to this tree was probably about that big around. So probably I would have to say maybe not. It wasn't that old of a tree. Nevertheless, we start getting over there, and she said, "Hey, there's a whole bunch of stuff," and about 6 of us go over there, and we start digging through all this moss. We're in like dirt like this deep, and pulling out beer cans and old Coca-Cola cans and medicine bottles. And this is like old beer cans where you have to take like the can opener and go clunk like this, not the old pull. These are like 1950s or something
40s
like that.
or 50s. They thought like people were looking
like,
at it.
Moly.
I mean, that's how long stuff's been in there. And you find all that
long story
stuff.
short,
You know
we collected a lot of trash.
But so that's awesome that you're doing that as well. I love that. And you guys don't just camp in the summer. Like, you guys do winter stuff.
We haven't done winter camping yet. We get out a lot and do stuff during the winter, but that's like our next big bucket list item, I think, is to buy.
Are you going to do it? Okay. Are you going to
hot tent? You guys bought one, didn't you?
Oh, we love it. I love it. Not lying. Are you going to hot tent or are you going to cold tent? What do you think?
Probably. We'd like a hot tent, yeah.
You're all fancy.
So the thing that we've learned with hot tenting is watching one of our favorite
you got to watch
YouTubers.
Pine Martin.
Yes.
Pine Martin. Watch his thing. I don't know if you know him or not.
Do you know who that is?
No, I haven't watched him, though.
Okay, watch Pine Martin.
Write it down, Pine Martin.
Well, you can watch the rewind. But you can write it down too.
Or you know what? Yeah. Either way. So he did a great
great
video on hot tenting and the fact that yes, you have a big canvas, tent with a stove and everything like that, and you can run that stove, but that stove was only going to run you for about a couple hours to keep you warm. So if you want to have a broken sleep, getting up every 2 hours to stoke that fire and keep yourselves warm with, we'll just say 0 sleeping bags, sure. But he says, the best way to do it, he says, is to cold camp to where, you have the proper sleeping bags that will keep you toasty warm and you get a good night's sleep throughout the entire night. And, what they're, like what we have -40 bags. So you have that fire at the beginning of the night, and it puts you to sleep, and then boom, you're in your thing, and then it goes out, but you sleep the rest of the night because you're warm and toasty inside your bag. So it's a trade-off.
It is a trade-off.
How do you want to sleep?
It's hard, but I do love it.
But anyways, look his videos.
Yeah, look it up for sure. You'll enjoy it.
Very, very informative.
But you guys have snowshoes. Like, I see you get out and hike in snowshoes.
Jess has snowshoes.
Yeah.
I just have wide feet.
Get snowshoes. I love them. You will love them. They're so much fun.
Oh yeah,
they really are.
It's a great workout.
It is a good work. That's true. It's a good workout. That's true. But it's nice. I love it.
I love hiking in the winter. It's so much fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And you go to the same spot to kind of see how everything has changed, like from all the seasons to like winter. Yeah, it's so nice for sure. And you guys do like an ice out trip, like a spring ice out?
Like as soon as the ice goes out, you mean?
Yeah.
Not usually, no.
I
used to with my friends. She never. That was before.
Yeah. Right.
Zero.
I know.
Yeah. We used to go Easter weekend every year, me and some friends.
Ooh, Easter can come early sometimes too.
Yeah. Oh, there's still like chunks of ice floating down the river. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet there is. I bet. All right, and you guys.
The river was high in May.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Oh, about 4 years ago, we went out for the May long weekend with a group of people, and the river was really high to the point where, like, grassy spots were underwater, and then you got separated.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
the water was high, but like parts of the land were like flooded, and then high parts were still above the water. So we got separated as a group because people went in all these different directions, thinking that's where the river went. Right.
Right.
It was quite an interesting trip.
So, and you posted something, I don't know, maybe a couple days ago, and you said you got a map from Elections Canada.
Yeah.
So why were
we what? Sorry.
Why were you so stoked about getting that map from Elections Canada? Because I tried to get a close-up picture of it. Like, I didn't know what you were so excited about.
Well, it's just, I thought when we were in there to cast our early ballots, it was cool because it's hard to find like maps, local maps that are that detailed, that have like the topographical lines showing, your height of your mountains and stuff. And it's got all the rivers and lakes all marked and stuff. And it's hard to zoom in that far on like Google Earth and Google Maps and stuff to get clear maps of like where stuff is. So I'm excited. There's some new lakes and rivers and stuff we want to try out. There's a small lake that's not far from here. It's just called A Lake. We want to go and check that out.
Yeah, you have to go to A Lake. 100% you do.
Letter A.
I know you have to.
And there's another one called Disappointment Lake, so we got to check that out. And there's a trout lake, so I want to find that. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Oh my gosh, that's cool. No, because I couldn't see all the detail in there, so that's really cool. So I
thought it was pretty neat that they just gave them to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a map person. I open it up and that's just my thing. I love it. Yeah. But do you correspond? Do you do both? Like, do you do like you said, you look at Google Maps or whatever?
Right. And we spent a little time on the St. Croix, like in the St. Croix recreational area, it's called.
Okay.
And the Waterway Commission has maps that they provide that have like the lakes, rivers, and everything, and the hiking trails and campsites and portage sites all marked on it. So generally, that's what we use. That's where we spend most of it.
Gotcha. Very good. So, if we were to come out to New Brunswick, what would we do?
Kayak.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever we want to do. Okay. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't know so much about it at all.
We're right on the ocean here. So, like, there's mountains, there's rivers, there's lakes. About 20 minutes from here, you can go whale watching, you go deep sea fishing, ATV hiking trails everywhere. There's great hunting.
What type of whales?
What are they around here? Humpbacks and blue whales.
Holy moly!
Really, you got humpbacks on the East Coast?
In the Atlantic Ocean. Mm-hmm.
We're right on the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah,
that's true.
Huh. I'll have to look that up. I've always known humpbacks to be in the Pacific, heading up to Alaska and such.
Well, yeah, it might not be humpbacks. I don't know.
I feel like it is.
It might be.
But even
I know we don't have orcas.
Yeah, we don't have orcas. Yeah.
Right.
But even like at the end of the St. Croix, where it starts to feed into the Bay of Fundy, like you'll start to see like seals in the river and stuff.
Right. I'm hearing an overlanding trip. Uh-oh. Have our vehicle. We'll go. I love it. All right. So you guys are wild. Okay. You're going to say, no, we're not. But I don't know anybody who kayak toboggans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kayak toboggans.
It's kayaks, like tobogganing down the hill. Come on.
Well, if you don't got a
Well,
sled,
they
well,
just sit there all winter not being used, right?
We're just itching to get out.
Yeah.
Everything was frozen.
I have never laughed. So I was like, shut up. There is no way they're doing this.
my kayak's way too heavy to
I
do
feel
that.
like, but I feel like that's kind of fun. Like, I mean, you might have started something. Like, this should be a thing. I swear.
Well, honey, we'll take you out and you can go sledding with your kayak.
No,
There you go.
I don't know. I don't think I'm ready. I think I'll wave to you at the top. I'll hold your backpack, whatever that is. No, I'm not that good. And then,
Yeah, you just skid across and then onto the lake.
right? And did you guys both do that polar bear dip thing?
The polar bear dip?
Yeah.
So we went to Chance Harbor and got in. So we in the
Oh, yeah. So, we went to Chance Harbor Day Spa, which is like an outdoor day spa not far from here, and it's right on the bay.
Yeah.
And so they have an outdoor saltwater hot tub and like
Ooh.
a steam room. And so we went in the steam room, and then we went out and like rolled around in the snow, and then you go and jump in the Atlantic Ocean. It's pretty wild. Like
Oh, yeah. It's
I don't know,
good
it's
for
hard
the
to
skin.
explain. Like you can feel it's like getting poked with a bunch of little tiny needles, and her skin turns right red, but then you feel so warm afterwards. Like it's crazy.
That is awesome. It looked pretty exhilarating.
Oh, I'd do
for
that in a heartbeat.
I know you would. I might. I guess I would. I would do it. I would
Sure.
do it. Yeah, definitely I would do it. But I would not walk around the CN Tower.
That
Like,
was an
time out. I would never, not in a million years.
I'd free
You guys
hang.
are nuts.
That's not nuts.
Yeah, you are.
You're strapped in. You got your Chuck Taylors on and you just walk around.
Okay, so that's the first thing.
Yeah,
And I was
she's
like,
afraid of heights.
oh, me too. And you did it. Okay, so tell me
It
how
was
it all happened.
totally an impromptu thing. Like,
Okay, so you truck on down to Toronto.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
we were
you-
staying right by the CN Tower, and so
Okay, nice.
every day, like 2 or 3 times, we're walking underneath the tower, and we're looking up, and we're seeing the people hanging off the edge doing the edge walk. And like the second or third day we were there, we were having a pizza like right down the road,
Yeah.
looking right at the tower, and I was like, "Let's go do that." And she was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's just do it." She's like, "Well, you want to, I will." So
Oh my God, you are so good, Jess.
I'll have to drag her.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. So you go in there, and so what happens then? How does it work?
yeah. Oh, you guys froze. Sorry.
Oh, what we're asking is, so what was the process to go out on the to do the walk on the ledge?
What was the process? Not the
So
process.
you
the
go
process.
in. Yeah, you go in and they fit you with like your harness and your coveralls and your shoes because they provide you with shoes, and then they put you through like a 20-minute safety course.
No
Okay.
bobby pins.
Yeah, she had to take all the bobby pins out of her hair, which was a lot. And then you go up, and so we're standing there like harnessed in, and the guy says, "Does anybody have any experience like with rock climbing or anything?" And I was like, I did it once. He's like, "Okay, you can go first. Go ahead."
What?
So I'm like, okay. So out I walked, and it was fun though. I'd do it again for sure.
Really?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I would like free. I mean, if I could suspend myself, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
That's just crazy. I was just like, oh my gosh. But the first thing I noticed, I was like, oh, look, I'm like, he's got some Chuck Taylors on. I was like, oh, so does Jess. I'm like, oh, everybody has to wear the same thing. I get it now.
Yeah.
That's nutty. That's crazy. Good
I'm-
for you guys.
I'm
That's
trying
so
to get
good.
her to go skydiving.
We did indoor skydiving.
Oh, the
We haven't done real-
skydive thing or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Skydive.
in the wind tunnel or whatever. That
Yeah.
was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. So obviously you love the outdoors more than the big city though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
did parasailing too. That was really fun.
Well, I've never done that. That's
You
Oh,
should
see?
try it. That's a lot of fun.
And you're doing it all together. That's what it's all about. That's what we love about the whole like couple thing. Like it's just because you don't have to do it solo. You don't have to do it with the guys. You don't have to do it with the girls. It's It's a couple things.
Yeah, we did parasailing twice, and the first time we went up individually, and then Then the next time we went to PEI, we did it again, and they were like, "Well, do you want to do it together or like apart?" And we were like, "I didn't know you could do it together. Let's go together." So
that's awesome.
Were you guys in Cuba? Like, giant swing, like 11,000 feet in the or 1,100 feet in the air or whatever. Like,
yeah, no. Were you guys in Cuba?
Pardon?
Were you guys in Cuba?
We did the parasailing in Prince Edward Island, but we did go to Cuba. We did a really cool jungle hike down in Cuba. That was a lot of fun.
Ooh. Tell us about that.
So, like, have you ever been to Cuba?
I've been 5 times.
I'm not allowed.
So you know how you get like your day excursions or whatever.
Yep.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
So we were signing up for day excursions, and one of them said a jungle hike, and we were like, "Oh, that looks pretty fun." Well, we didn't realize that you had to get on this bus and drive like 3.5 hours on a bus, and then you get off the bus and you get on this like big Russian military truck, and then you drive like another hour up into the mountains, and then we hiked for like 45 minutes, like that, into the heart of the jungle to this like little pond with a waterfall. But it was the funniest thing ever. You come down over this hill, and there's like this little, like, it looks like a kid's lemonade stand almost, like this rickety stand with a guy standing there, and he was selling liquor, and he was like, I got a double rum and coke for like $1.25 Canadian, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's fun.
I thought you were gonna say he's making pina coladas or something.
Oh no, blender. We didn't have the blender, no, but
we had his pack mule sitting there next to him.
Yeah, he brought everything on his pack mule, and once we all got our drinks and went for a swim, he put everything back on his pack mule and went back off through the woods. So
that's actually, I like that. Cool. That's a pretty good story for sure.
It was a pretty fun time.
Seeing we're talking about alcohol, do you guys have a camp juice preference when you're out and about in the bush?
You can go.
So I don't drink a whole lot, but every once in a while I'll take like a sour beer or a Radler. I really like sour beer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
And I actually can't drink anymore, but I do enjoy, since we live in Canada.
What is that? Oh, there you go. Cool.
Ginger Street and Baker, it's called. That's got 5 grams of marijuana in it.
Get out of here. I don't think you can get those here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can. I feel like it's not allowed yet.
You don't know.
I don't know. There you go. Fair enough, for sure. You have one piece of gear that I've noticed in your videos I'd never heard of, and it kind of looks like we have a little pop-up change table, a change room thing. It's called the Quecha or the Ketcha or something. The what?
Yeah.
How do you
I think it's Quechua?
Kushua? I don't know how to say it.
Quechua.
Quechua? It's actually made by a company called Decathlon.
Okay. Okay. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's one of those like instant pop-up tents, but it's like a high-end one.
Right. Yeah. So how'd you come across that? I've never even seen that before, like ever.
That was the result of going on a lot of river trips with a lot of my friends where we weren't getting to the campsite until like 5 minutes before dark.
Gotcha.
And I was like, man, I need like a tent that's super easy to set up because I'm tired and it's late. And
100%.
I started looking for tents that were easy to set up.
How heavy is it though? Because you're not carrying it, obviously. It's just like, in your kayak or canoe, but is it heavy?
It wouldn't be good for like hike camping because it's like a big round disc when you fold it down.
Right.
But it can fit right in my kayak or canoe pretty easy. But it's like, I don't know, it weighs like 6-7 pounds maybe.
I'm looking at it right now. I just pulled it up online.
Oh, you did?
That's like cool. You just like fling it, like poof, it pops open.
Oh yeah, it literally takes like 2 seconds to set it up.
Yeah, no, and I mean that is a true thing. How many times do you get to camp and it's like it is like you're burning against the clock kind of thing, or racing against the clock, and I mean
you're racing against light.
Or even that too, whatever. So I mean, it's hard. I mean, you got chores to do, right?
You still got to hang up your clothes and
eat
like,
whatever.
Ready and,
Do you guys have camp chores that you guys do? Like when you get to camp, like someone does this, someone does that, or?
Yeah, we're a real good team.
Yeah.
Like especially like we did a trip in July.
Okay.
And we did 4 nights at 4 campsites, and we were pretty fine-tuned machine by like the 3rd and 4th night.
I bet
As
you
soon
were.
as we
Nice.
got on shore, we just went off in our directions, and we knew what we each had to do.
That is so good. That is so true. I mean, you get become fine-tuned, like you said, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel like you guys are pretty well versed with like all the, I'm gonna say edibles, but not like into that edible, the wild edibles.
It's called foraging.
The wild edible. Like I feel like you know like what all the wild berries are and what some of the mushrooms are and stuff like that. So do you feel pretty confident when you're in the woods and picking up stuff, or?
Berries, yes. Mushrooms, no.
Mushrooms, no.
Mushrooms,
Scared me.
mushrooms can be very dangerous if you don't
That's
know what you're
true.
doing. So, yeah.
That is true.
But yeah, we're pretty lucky around here that we have a lot of like wild berries, a lot of wild apple trees. Like I went on a trip about a month ago, and I had the roof off the Jeep, and as I stopped, there was an apple tree like hanging over the road. So I just pulled right over and reached up through the roof, grabbed myself a couple fresh apples for the trip. And
That's actually
off I
pretty
went.
sweet.
Nice road snack.
I know, right? I like that.
Nice.
What about wildlife?
Yeah. We're pretty lucky with how much wildlife we get to see around here. We've seen moose, blue herons, eagles, river otters,
Oh, I like otters.
Beavers,
beavers,
Yeah.
turtles, all kinds of stuff.
That's crazy. Lots of
Cool.
deer, right? I've seen lots of deer and
Deer,
stuff
yeah.
like that, deer and whatever. So you said the moose, though, is that a little further
Owls.
north of you?
Sorry.
When you see the moose, where?
Oh, the moose. They're one of the campsites that we stay at a lot. There's a moose that hangs around in a pond, like right down around the corner. So a lot of times when you're out fishing, you can see them hanging out down in the pond.
Get out of here.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I saw one on one of my courses. There was
You
one
did?
Yeah.
It was like right in the river. You said,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
So you
That's
guys are
really
the,
cool. Actually, 2 summers ago, I was out on a trip by myself. And
Yeah.
it was sunset, and I was sitting on a rock right on the shore of the river, on the St. Croix River, and a deer came swimming down the river, like just
Just like,
swimming along
hi,
by himself. Yeah.
he was doing a drift float.
Yeah, he got out like right across the river, across from me, and took off up in the woods. It was pretty cool.
Wow. I just love that. I love seeing all the animals out in the wild.
So tell us about your photography.
Yeah.
Amateur photographer.
I don't
Okay.
think you are. I don't think you are. You really have an eye.
We've
Like,
seen some pretty cool pictures.
yeah,
I must
you
say.
really do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mother dabbled in photography, so
Okay.
I know a little bit about lighting and all that.
Yeah,
but-
you're more than an amateur.
I feel like, yeah,
you
got
have a
got
few
some-
tips and tricks in up your sleeve.
And like a creative mind too. Like you see different things. You see things differently.
Right. You see things differently, right? That's, yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Jess. Absolutely. Like you frame everything so nice. Yeah, your pictures are really pretty. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. What's your next trip you're going on?
We're going out next weekend again with your sister.
Okay. How did that come about? Were you
The
just
trip.
like, yes. So did you just say to your sister, oh my God, you got to come and do this? And they're like, I don't know about this.
We
For
have
a few
tried
years.
for quite a few years to get them
Okay.
together. And finally, they go on a cruise a lot of years, but they didn't go this year, so they had more vacation time available. So
Oh.
we finally were able to talk them into coming.
Good, good.
Very cool.
Well, 'cause I mean, that's pretty ambitious of
Okay.
them to come out and do
What
that.
kind of trip are you doing?
They flipped a couple times. Everybody it was a long day, but man, they kept their spirits up.
Oh,
They improved like immensely along the way. So
Yeah.
it was ambitious of them to agree to go. I'm glad they did, and I think they had a lot of fun in the end.
Right. And obviously they did because they're going again.
Yeah.
Right?
Most amount of time I've seen my sister, which is hard. Like with
Yeah.
COVID and stuff, like we usually spend a lot of time together, and we haven't been able to. So it was
Right.
a nice place to be able to spend some time together.
And
Yeah,
then
'cause
just
they
share
live a
what you
couple
guys,
hours away, so, yeah.
right. But just share what
What-
you guys love to do too.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
What,
they love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
What kind of trip are you all doing?
The next one?
Yeah.
We're just going out to Loom Bay on the St. Croix River. It's just where the river kind of opens up into a bay a little bit. We camped there last fall, and the leaves
Okay.
were beautiful. So
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they're probably. Yeah, that'd be probably high point.
Is it full color right now for you guys, or what do you ever call peak color?
No, actually, like it's been really warm here. So
Okay.
like this time last year, we were pretty much in peak fall colors, but it's barely even started to change now. So
Okay. Crazy.
Yeah, I know the northern where we were at last week. This week they should be almost at peak.
it'll be another probably 3
give or
weeks
take.
here, I bet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean our temperatures have been down in the low 40s at night, so I mean that really contributes to the color changing. So
Yeah, we went camping the weekend before last, and was it last weekend? Okay, yeah, and it was when we went to bed at midnight. It was still like 18 degrees.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Like the days are still like high 20s, 30s with the humidity.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you have a bucket list trip that you want to go on? Like, is it like, somewhere in Northern Ontario or somewhere, I don't know, Prince Edward Island? I'm just making something up, but
We want to get
Michigan.
We want to get to Algonquin at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be, how far of a drive is that for you guys, do you think?
It's about 15 hours from here.
wow.
That's
Yeah.
not terrible. What are we? We're
So-
like 10?
To Algonquin, 8, maybe 9, between 8 and 9.
I'm trying to think. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah, we definitely want to try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we want to go up, like we mentioned earlier, there's a river up in the northern part of New Brunswick called the Restigouche. Yeah, we want to try
Okay.
that too.
Okay.
There's a lot of mountains around that river. I've seen a couple other
Oh.
pictures and videos, so I really want
That
to check it out.
sounds, I feel like there's a lot to discover out where you guys are easily.
I really do think we live in like one of the nicest parts of Canada, but like nobody ever
Oh.
talks about it because we're just this tiny little province on the East Coast.
Nobody talks about it now, like at all. And like I said, I've never even been out there, and I'd love to travel, but no, that's never been on my list to go out east. It's just kind of crazy.
What's the
Beautiful.
best trip you all been on?
The best trip, like
Favorite
ever?
Sure.
Together.
Oh, well, that narrows it down some, I guess. That's a good question. We did a trip last summer where I had a lot of fun, where we saw the moose and
Okay.
caught quite a few fish, and the weather was really good. The first trip, I guess the second trip, the first trip we ever did alone, which would have been the second trip we took, was a really fun trip, even though things didn't really go all that well. But
Well, do tell.
Oh,
we were gonna cook like those little mini slider burgers for supper,
yeah.
but I forgot to bring the fuel, so we couldn't cook them.
Oh,
And then it was not long after we started like hanging out, and so I went and bought 2 store-bought salads, and one of them was like a macaroni or potato salad, but I didn't realize that she absolutely hates mayonnaise. We didn't have a lot to eat on that trip, but it was still a lot of fun.
Of course, we're just batting 1,000 now.
Jess, you are amazing.
Oh right, and I also forgot the pump for the air mattress, so she had to blow it out.
But wait,
And again, she's
more.
still with me. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. This is true love right here, everybody.
That-
True love.
And
Holy
a lot of patience.
and a lot of patience. Exactly. Oh my gosh. So you guys have a Jeep, or you have a Jeep, whatever. And overlanding in the US is like a huge thing right now.
It's
Is
exploded.
that
isn't
like
it?
is that hitting like Canada? Like is that something that you're thinking of doing too? Or
I've noticed that there is an overlanding group around here that popped up recently. So
okay.
I joined the group on Facebook. I haven't gone out and done anything with them yet. But
Okay.
and she's thinking about buying a Subaru. We just went and test drove a Crosstrek earlier, so.
Ooh.
I know
All
you guys
right.
have a Subaru.
They're pretty fancy. They is that what Patrick has as a Crosstrek?
Yes.
So one of our friends that we went overlanding with the last weekend,
A couple of them.
yeah, these Crosstreks were like going down like dips and rows and turns and twists and water crossings to get to like dispersed camp. It was crazy.
They've been modded too.
Well, yeah, like it's been, whatever, like lifted and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like supers are pretty cool. That's awesome. But there's a lot of fun places you can only get to by vehicle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Same
cool.
with like kayaking and canoeing. That's why I love it, because you get
Right.
to places where most other people can't get to. So.
That's right. Agreed.
Yeah.
Except the people that leave all the crap there.
Well, except the people that leave their crack pipe and the
Right.
Yeah, right.
Literally. It's like, come on.
I mean, if you want to sit out in the woods smoking crack, like that's your prerogative, but take a places.
Yeah, no kidding. Take your shit home.
Exactly. Pack it out, right?
Yeah, if you can pack it in, you can pack it out. Yeah.
I know, exactly.
We love Overland. I mean, we were on that adventure this past weekend. Actually, it's been a week today.
Kind of weird
that we were up there.
It is kind of weird.
And we played in a lot of mud. Didn't get stuck, but we played in a lot of mud.
Yeah, it's fun though, for sure. Do you guys have sleeping bags? Do you guys do quilts? Like they've had sleeping bags all the way? Yeah.
We actually have a double sleeping bag.
Oh, like you zip it together, or is it a double?
Yeah, it's like a double one. You can zip it apart and make two individuals out of it too, but it's nice to be able to cuddle up on some cool night.
That's awesome. Very good. You know what, honey? You should drop their link in the chat so everybody can go check them out.
Okay.
Right there. You guys, this is the whole thing is, I mean, where you guys live in New Brunswick is just looks so, it's so fresh. It's so like breathtaking, honestly. And like where we are, I mean, Michigan is beautiful. Like it's lots of like lakes and rivers, but not like you keep saying the LaCroix River. I feel like the LaCroix River, how big is it? How long is it? Is it big?
It's, I actually don't know how far it actually goes, but the section that we usually paddle is like around 34 kilometers long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Doc's already been checking out your YouTube page. All right. Go check them out, Doc. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think where we live kind of contributes to our attitude of like how we like to camp, because we're not like, for people who live in a city, I totally understand. Like you're trying to squeeze every minute out of that trip you can, but for us, like a lot of times, just stepping outside is an outdoor adventure. So
that is you're so lucky. That's awesome.
And that's commute time to get like out to the river, get to a campsite isn't like that long either. So we don't have to factor that in.
Right. Is there a lot of organized groups in the area where you guys are at too? Like people that say, hey, like we're going to go on like a communal hike this week, or this is, I don't know, there's a fishing tournament or whatever like that. Like, do you guys partake in anything like that? Or
there is a lot of that stuff. We don't go on a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Stick by ourselves most of the time, but
yeah, there's like a canoe symposium that we thought about checking out.
Oh yeah, there was a canoe camping symposium like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Was it like, check that out.
Was it like speakers or something?
Yeah, they had like some guides there from Paddle Canada and like a few other people.
Yeah,
like,
so there's one person that does about an hour and a half session on like intro, like on water training.
Okay.
And else would do like a session on dehydrating meals, and then there's another one for knot tying.
That's something I gotta work on, is knot tying. I'm not good at tying a knot.
Have you ever taken any wilderness safety courses?
I have first aid training, but I haven't taken the wilderness first aid.
I kind of want to do that. Like, I feel like
I kind of think everybody should, at least one person in the group.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, do they talk about that at Paddle Canada when you like are doing the canoe stuff? Are they saying, hey, you might want to, maybe take this too? I don't know.
No. It's more emphasis on like practice in getting river miles, and like even if it's a matter of throwing that bag out on your lawn just to get used to like how much effort it is to like
Okay.
throw it and reel it in, that sort of thing, but not in terms of first aid.
That's crazy. Have you ever lost anything on the river besides the paddle?
I got it back though.
Okay.
So he didn't lose it.
So you didn't lose it.
I don't think we lost anything.
Okay.
I lost we weren't,
Oh, you lost your spray skirt that
yes.
time.
If I would have had it on the kayak,
Yeah.
I probably would have lost it.
She wasn't wearing her spray skirt. She had it tucked behind her seat. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Very
when we were out a couple weekends ago with her sister, on
Yeah.
one of the sets of rapids, they flipped their canoe, and
Right.
her sister lost her glasses, and we were actually able to find them like in the river with her dog.
Oh my
in
gosh.
the rapids, so.
Wow.
You were so lucky because that was a fast river. Like there was like white water and everything there too.
Oh yeah, I was like right in the rapids, like they're right there. I can see them. Like, "Arr!" Like,
No, you were so
too
lucky because we lost a GoPro, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the river once, and same thing. I'm like, it's got to be right there.
No.
No, like it's so fast the water. It's hard to like. You're lucky. You're just very lucky. Holy moly, that's wild.
So quick side note question: do you guys have any other hobbies
Oh,
outside
yeah.
of hiking and canoeing and kayaking?
Jess is really crafty, as you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started sewing.
Put your orders in.
Let her talk.
I started sewing last May. Cory had bought me a sewing machine. I think the first Christmas we were together.
Yeah.
But
That
I
is so nice.
was intimidated by it. Didn't know how to use it.
It sat in the closet collecting dust for years.
Yeah, about 8 or so years until the pandemic hit, and I'm like, I should learn how to sew. So I made a lot of masks. I learned how to make those microwave bowls, and now I want to make a quilt.
Yeah, that's like your next big thing. You want to
Yeah.
make a quilt.
I want to make a quilt.
Yeah.
So I knit and just do crafts.
That's awesome.
You also read a lot. Jess really likes outdoor adventure books. So if anybody has any
Oh.
recommendations for me, you
Okay.
can send them her way. She'll probably pick it up.
Do you
I would suggest Cliff Jacobson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. That's true. Yeah. You love check him out. Cliff Jacobson. I agree.
One you really liked Alone Against the North. Adam Schultz.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Oh, Adam Scholl. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So do you take books with you though when you're on a trip then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Jess's favorite thing to do is get up in the morning before me and make herself a coffee and sit and read for a while.
And then the read. Is that like your luxury item when you go on a trip, or like do you pack heavy when you go, or?
The luxury things I would say is a book and maybe some knitting stuff, just so that if Cory and I are relaxing, I can still talk and knit at the same time.
That's true. That's good. That's not really heavy or anything either, too. So I like that. I like that.
I usually bring something that I can play with, like my bow. I have a breakdown bow and arrow that I'll bring with me.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Sometimes I'll just bring my little pocket slingshot. I don't know if
The
you've seen those,
slingshot thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Or sometimes I'll just bring. Oh, I do a little bit of wood carving. I'm not very good at it, but sometimes I'll bring it.
It's called just woodland, man.
Yeah. It is.
Grab a stick and just play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good way to kill time. Sit out in the sun.
Yeah, it is for sure. Have you guys ever celebrated anything while you're on a trip? Like, hey, it's our anniversary or it's your birthday?
Have we?
No.
I don't think so. No, our birthdays and anniversary are both pretty late in the year, so
Are they?
yeah.
That's fine. You're going to be winter camping. It's going to be great in your hot tent.
Yeah, it's a good
Right?
excuse to get into it right there. Yeah.
That is so good. So have you your recipes, I'm just going to jump ship a little bit here. Your recipes that you were making, because you are celiac, right? So you were making a lot of gluten-free stuff, which is amazing. So did you develop all these recipes, or did you kind of like tweak other people's stuff? Did you like come up with, I don't know. I just feel like They're really awesome. Like your recipes are really, really bang on. Like honestly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was trial and error on some stuff that worked, some stuff that didn't. We made one meal into a different meal this summer because I had some sweet potato with sausage and celery, I think it was.
Okay.
And we realized when we were rehydrating it that if we just left the water in there, it actually kind of made a nice soup. So.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And we just started adding some rice and.
Okay.
And just
bouillon cube.
Yeah, bouillon cube for some extra.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
When do you start prepping up for like that kind of stuff? Like when do you start dehydrating? Like now? Because I mean the season's kind of almost over, or do you?
No, I usually do it in May.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. We usually get like one trip in May, but it's like just the beginning of the season for us. So
right.
It's a good time to start getting ahead on some of that stuff.
And do you keep them in the freezer?
No, I just keep them in a food barrel in the basement.
Ah, okay. Because we've been keeping ours in the freezer, and I feel like it's kind of, I don't know where the best place to store it. Some people just like keep them in mason jars. I've heard of that before, like in the pantry or whatever. You
put them in the freezer. That means they'll last forever.
I feel like they do last longer in the freezer, but I don't really know. But that's our agenda this year. Is I'm gonna like revisit your recipes that you guys have made. And Kevin Ride. Have you ever heard of him at all? He's Kevin Outdoors. He has a really cool recipe book too. I think you might like to have a peek at that.
Which we gotta get.
And kind of experiment, because same thing. We've been out on trail, been like, oh, this is great. No, like the recipe was wrong, or it was soupy, or not right, or whatever. Right. So we have to like perfect things.
You got to go to the test kitchen.
It's like trial and error.
It is trial and error. Yeah, absolutely. It is. But do you?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Have you guys read the book Path of the Paddle by Bill Mason?
No.
Mm-mm. I never heard of it.
I'm writing
it's either Path of the Paddle or Song of the Paddle. I can't remember, but
I think it's Song.
He's got a good section in there of like meal prep for canoe trips and stuff.
Okay. It is called Song of the Paddle. That's true. I've heard of that. Yep. Okay. I just wrote it down. It's on my list.
So we got a question from Backcountry Paddler.
Oh.
Best recipe to share.
Ooh.
What's your favorite?
I really like the sausage penne that you.
Yeah, I made a dehydrated sausage penne that was like super easy. I just cooked some sausage and cut them into small pieces and dehydrated it. And then I just dehydrated some gluten-free pasta sauce. It just dehydrated into almost like a fruit roll-up. It was like a vegetable roll-up, I guess. And I just put some dehydrated mushrooms in there, and I think that was it. Yeah, I just rehydrated it with some penne pasta. That was really good.
Okay.
So you what kind of gluten-free pasta do you use? Do you use like Banza or something like that?
Like the lentil pasta?
Do you remember the name of that one?
I think that one's just Catelli gluten-free.
Yeah, maybe.
And I mean, there's some made by lentils or chickpeas.
Or chickpeas or something we've seen. Yeah. But do you bring the pasta separate?
I do, yeah, but
okay.
The penne pasta cooks okay separate, but we found that the spaghetti didn't really cook all that good separate. Just because we had a really small pot, so the water got really like starchy. So.
Yep.
What size pot are you guys cooking in?
A lot of times we'll just use like a little canteen, like an army canteen or an army mess or whatever you call them. But for the spaghetti, we definitely needed a bigger pot because there wasn't enough space to properly rehydrate it. It tasted really starchy.
So there you go. Doctor said Backcountry Recipes, montyboca.com. I'm going to check that out too. That's what I love. I love that everybody has so much cool information.
Oh,
that's what I really like doing the YouTube channel. It's really cool to meet people like you guys. And
100%. I gotcha. Yeah, absolutely.
We have similar interests.
That's what it's all about. That's what we love. I know. It's so cool.
Well, here we go.
Oh, what do you got?
So Path of the Paddle and Song of the Paddle are both books by Bill Mason.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Mark.
Mark's so smart.
Mark smart. So what about any kind of crazy weather? So I know that you've done a video, or maybe it's an Instagram post, maybe, and you were like, "See this branch? This is not a tree. This like fell." You know what I mean?
Huh?
Yeah.
It was like a widowmaker, and it was like a tree.
Yeah. We were camping. It was Loon Bay last year, and when we got there, I thought it was a tree.
Yeah.
Until I like looked up a little bit and realized that it was a branch, like probably that big around,
Yeah.
that had snapped off, and it like went like a railroad spike into the ground. Like if that had landed on our tent, that would have made a meat popsicle out of it.
Oh, 100%.
Ooh, snap.
For sure. But I mean, people go and look at his tent, or they go, "Oh, the tent pad." They go, "Oh, this looks pretty level," or "I should go over there." People forget to look up. You know what I mean? And one big windstorm and you're a goner, right? So that is a good like safety thing to always kind of, have in the back of your head, to look up, look down, look all the way around, whatever that is, right? Did I say A?
Yep.
Did I?
You just have to watch the rerun.
You get talking to some Canadians and the Canadian comes out.
That's right, eh?
It just comes flowing out.
Oh God, that is.
We get caught in a pretty bad thunder and lightning storm. 3
You
summers
did?
ago? Yeah.
4 maybe now.
4 maybe, yeah. And like we were literally like in the tent, like hugging each other, like, oh my God, this is scary.
Oh, that
Like,
might have been 3 years. I think that's the one with Adam, or with Everett, when we had to go to the camp.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So luckily we're in Canada and people are really polite and
Oh
they
yeah, that
don't,
trip, yeah.
they don't
Right.
come after you threatening your life. Yeah, we were right on the we were on the river and there's a thunder and lightning storm that just like came out of nowhere.
Like
and
big one.
a
Yeah.
big one.
Oh
And
God.
we were standing, we're in like a really shallow part of the river too, so we're all like dragging our boats in the water. And all of a sudden this lightning storm comes over, and I'm like, oh my God, like we're standing in our ankles in water, like some of us holding metal paddles, right? Like we gotta get out of here, we gotta find someplace safe. And right around the corner there was a camp. And so we went up and I was like, well, let's just go up to the camp and we'll stand like under their like overhang or whatever. At least we won't get rained on. And then somebody checked the door and it was unlocked. So we went in and we waited out the storm and we made sure like there was a broom there. We swept the floor before we left and stuff. And the next time we were going down through that river, the McDavid, I saw some people sitting out front of that camp. So I pulled up. I was like, "You guys own this camp?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I told them what happened, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, that's no problem. If that ever happens again, just let yourself in." Like,
Come on in.
That's right.
Make yourself at home.
That is so fun. I know, right? Canadians are so nice. No problem. Okay.
I don't feel like
Hey, Americans are too, just not all of them.
What was that, Cory?
I don't feel like you get that same response down the States.
You don't.
No. Like if you just went into somebody's camp.
Yes and no. It all depends on where you're at. No, I mean, it all depends. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Don't tell me no.
I'm not saying anything. I'm in my head.
That's, yeah, good. Keep your mouth shut there, woman.
Oh my God. Have you guys had a crazy highlight that was unexpected on a trip? Like, oh my gosh, I just saw the most beautiful double rainbow.
We'll call it the OMG moment.
Or, you know what I mean? That's like, oh my
That's it.
goodness. And it's not the hanging over the waterfall moment.
Well, there was the time we thought we saw a UFO, but that's yeah.
You did?
There was a time when we were camping and there was these lights like kind of going like this through
Okay.
the sky. I don't know what they were, but I don't know.
Were they like beams of light going straight up and then crossing over like that?
It looked like, those big spotlights you see like out front of movie.
Oh
Yeah,
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 like a movie premiere.
Yeah, but they were like going back and forth. And,
That's nuts.
it was kind of weird. And we were way out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know what those lights would have been. So. But there was a time 2 summers ago where we saw the Northern Lights during the Perseid meteor shower. So that was really cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And gorgeous. It was the first time you've seen them?
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're gorgeous. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
them once when I was little, and then I saw them once with John I know, beginning of this year, actually.
March.
And it's pretty amazing.
We
you
didn't
know?
see we didn't see the ribbons. We saw the spike towers.
They were all like spiky kind of thing, and we were pretty far north, actually, like further north than you guys are.
Yeah, we didn't even realize what we were seeing at first. We thought it was just like heat lightning, but then more colors started to roll in. And
Yeah. That's awesome.
Very cool.
You guys are fun.
This
Thank
has been,
you.
I mean, this has been a really cool, knowledgeable. I mean, to know what y'all have in your neck of the woods.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is like I said, New Brunswick it's new to me, and it's on the list. Definitely on the list.
I'd love for you guys to come up here. So like I said, I can't go down and see you because I'm not allowed down there. So
right, you're all good. So actually, one other quick question: is the Labrador Highway, does that get you to New Brunswick? Am I saying that right or wrong?
You know, I'm not sure.
There's a big transatlantic highway or something. It's huge.
Oh yeah, like the
Trans-Canada.
The Trans-Canada, you mean? Like
I thought it was transatlantic or something. I'll have to look it up, but I feel like it's like a gateway to like the east kind of thing, and just kind of everything opens up. And well, you can be our tour guides when we come and visit, because it's definitely on the list for sure. And like I said, I think Blue Water Overland was watching tonight too, and he's like, sounds like an overlanding trip.
Well, they were in Maine not that long ago. So
they were far from you guys.
Yeah, not far at
yeah,
all.
when we go on the St. Croix River, that's actually the border between New Brunswick and Maine. So one shore is New Brunswick, the other shore is Maine.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan has it pulled up here. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Lobster galore.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, lobster steak, yeah.
I love lobster. This one doesn't.
So good.
It's so good, yeah. Not
No,
cheap.
you can
but
have my
She
portion.
does not eat anything that comes out of the water.
anything, eh?
No,
doesn't like fish. No seafood. No.
Blech.
Would you
I
try
eat it
dulse?
all.
Would you try dulse?
What's that?
Dried seaweed.
Oh, yeah. No, I have had that.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it
like one of
deep?
Jess's favorite
I
things.
love it.
It's salty, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I've had that before. It's not kelp.
No, it's like, I'm not sure what kind of seaweed it is, but you'll go by like the local airports here. Like, when are they drying it? Like late
Okay.
summer. Yeah, and you'll see like where the unused runways, they have like seaweed laying all over it, drying it out so they can sell it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a roadside seaweed stand?
No, they'll like bag it up and sell it. Like, but
Okay.
that's where they dry a lot of it, is like unused airstrips and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so fun. And so what time is it right now for you guys?
It
the
is
same time as
9:33.
us.
No, it isn't. It's what, 9:30?
Yeah.
So just an hour. Okay, that's what it is then. Cool.
Oh, it's 9:30 there?
Yeah, they're out east, honey.
Yeah, we're on Atlantic time.
Right? There you
Oh.
go. Adam just subscribed. Whoop, whoop. Thanks,
Thank you.
Adam. You like fishing? Watch Adam's stuff. He's like crazy. He's so good. He even makes his own like little lures and everything. And actually, I tagged you today on his
Oh,
giveaway.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Did we win, Adam? I didn't watch the live stream.
We can be there in about, depending on border crossings, roughly 19-20 hours.
Is that going the Canada way?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool. There you
That's
go.
not
That's a road trip. I gotta start planning. Oh my god. I don't know if you're a hockey fan, but I gotta put that up here. He says, I'm 100% sure they are fans of Sidney Crosby.
Cindy? No way.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
What was that?
Who is it? Don Sweeney was born in our hometown.
Who's Don Sweeney?
He's a hockey player.
Oh,
Yeah. Boston Bruins.
there you go. All right. That's too funny.
Mhm. Yep, the Bears.
So see what I say? Look, it's an hour and a half. We never go an hour. This is what happens, which is fun. You know what I mean? It's just a little conversation in your living room and our dining room. You guys have been awesome.
Yes.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Fun. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you
So one
so
thing
much.
we forgot to mention that, so for coming on this, being on the show, Mickwick, being our title sponsor for the show, he made custom fire starters.
You did.
One's Canada colors, which is red and white, and the other one is red, white, and blue,
That's fine.
or a US, and then one generic one. So yeah, we'll
So it's like a backcountry couples, you know, thank you for coming on and hanging out, and you're gonna love these. Like, we love them. They're just amazing.
yeah,
So,
do me a favor and just reply to the email with your guys' address.
I got it.
And we'll make sure we get that shipped out to you.
And a couple stickers.
Couple
Do you guys have stickers or anything yet? Because I love your logo.
I have to find room on my bottle to put some more stickers.
Oh, you've got perfect spot.
Yeah,
for it.
you do.
Right?
Perfect. I love it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we don't have any stickers or merchandise or anything yet. We're just kind of getting started out, really. So,
Right.
but I am trying to talk Jess into starting like an Etsy shop or something.
I feel like you should. Absolutely. It kind of goes hand in hand. Like all this stuff. I mean, this is going to go in our overlanding kit. One of these. Absolutely. Like in our kitchen. Yeah.
I can get you some small ones. I make like little mini ones for us for camping.
Well, if you want to, but these are perfect too. They're absolutely beautiful. You're pure talent. You guys are awesome. Cory, you are so much fun. You are like, I know that you are also like a radio personality. So I'm going to like emphasize the personality part. Definitely. Right. And that's probably how you won this great girl beside you. Just saying. Right.
I'm pretty lucky, yeah.
Yeah, you are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's like amazing for sure. So thank you very much. And I think John's going to have you stick around, right? He's going to put you downstairs.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just responding to a couple things in the chat, so don't mind me.
And
I'm multitasking.
He is. So make sure you go check out. I'm going to go put it up here on the thing. So you guys not only have Instagram and a YouTube, you have a Facebook page.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just started the Facebook not long ago. It's still pretty small and growing, but
That's how it all starts, right? In this community, everyone's so amazing. And even with all of our friends that we have, I mean, we have fisher people and overlanders and campers and hikers and everything else. And oh my, right? And that's just love. Yeah, exactly. And that's how we learn. I mean, we just have, I feel like it's such a good resource base, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
yeah, it is pretty awesome for sure.
So, all right, y'all sit tight.
Cory and Jess, thank you
so much.
very, 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 very much. You're so
Everybody,
welcome.
Check these two out on their social medias.
Yes.
And,
you're not going to miss out for sure.
Absolutely. You'll enjoy it. All right, y'all. You have a...
See you soon.
We'll see you guys in a minute.
You got it.
Well, that was a fun show.
Oh my gosh. New Brunswick is on the list again. I'm so excited.
On it again.
Well, I mean,
it's not again.
I know,
we haven't been there yet.
I know, but I mean, when Rose and Dan said they did Acadia and Maine, and you look and you go, oh my gosh. So I feel like that's like.
Well, you better learn to eat lobster then.
I'll share.
$35 freaking
lobster roll or whatever rolls. That is. Hopefully not, but.
Oh, I'll be all over that like white on rice.
Oh, geez. All good. So thanks everybody who hung out, met Cory and Jess, Waterborne Camper. They're at a beautiful spot in Canada. Fun videos, good personalities. They're awesome. And check them out for sure. So another example of a backcountry couple.
Yes.
I know, right? So if you like what you see, make sure you check it out. Us as well there.
Subscribe.
And I just want to say one more thing too. So we are booking into November for our backcountry couples now. And if you know somebody who would love to come and chit chat with us for an hour and a half, which is kind of fun, shoot us an email or send us a DM on Insta. Or the other thing is, if you don't feel comfortable doing the live thing, we did that, on remote, on location kind of thing. So
that's not saying if you live a ways away, we're going to come flying out and do.
No, we're not going to come and go on remote thing.
We'll figure something out.
But I feel like if that's something that that would work out, for both parties, we could do that. I think that'd be kind of fun. So, thanks again. Thanks for Mickwick. Thanks for Waterborne. Thanks everybody who watched in the chat tonight and kind of asked some fun questions, which is, we always love that. If we didn't get to your questions, sorry. We always have lists, right? So next week, I know
List? List?
we got the list. I know. So next week, another.
She's killing saplings here, man. Look at all those trees.
I'm not. Another fun backcountry couple. So we'll see you next Thursday.
Next week, Thursday.
We will.
Tune in on Monday for the post to see who our guest will be.
Yeah, I always love doing that. It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all on the next quest.
Yeah, you will.
Take care.